broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web. You're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
We think pretty is pretty important in all things in beauty. Welcome to RadioAMB, designed for those who want to live a long and vibrant life. I'm Patty Schmucker, a licensed cosmetologist who's been in the beauty industry for over 40 years. RadioAMB, which stands for American Made Beauty, is where we tell the secrets behind the making of health and beauty products. Our segment sponsor today is Melanie Mills Hollywood, the award-winning makeup artist who's developed a beautiful body care line. Go to AmericanMadeBeauty.com under Cosmetics to find this verified American-made beauty. You know, in October of 2016, Fast Company magazine asked, is customization the future of the beauty industry? The ability to create unique personal products versus pacing a store floor and waiting for an expert to dictate what color, style, or look is in season has inspired innovation and a revolutionary new way to see beauty that's breaking all the rules. Today you'll meet Alex and Tay Custom Nail Color, the newest American-made beauty. During our feature segment, you'll meet the CEO and founder, Paul Wolff, and learn a little bit of how a company goes from an idea to building an enterprise. During our segment we call In the Jar, you'll learn how he's disrupting the nail space with Alex and Tay Custom Nail Color. We'll go into beauty that's soul deep and learn a little bit about how Alex and Tay is building an enterprise that is having social impact. And finally, we'll wrap up our show with Beauty Biz, and we'll turn to the professional industry and share how, if you're a professional, you can get involved with this direct-to-consumer play. So let's get started by me telling you a little bit about our guest. Paul Wolff is a serial entrepreneur who has been innovating market segments for the past 25 years. As a designer, inventor, material specialist, technology innovator, and operator, Paul has developed and built unique companies and platforms in the retail, environmental, medical, and technology sectors. His innovation is focused on the gathering of data, tracking user activity, and building back-end networks to identify consumer patterns. He is also focused on developing material coatings and better-for-you products that where performance and price can be competitive. As founder of HaloGood, Paul desires to develop a company with a group of thoughtful partners who are interested in a mix of providing consumers with amazing products and the ability for the business to support social impact programs. The first Halo brand to enter the marketplace is Alex and Tay Custom Nail Color. Welcome, Paul. I am personally delighted to have you here today.
Thanks, Patty. Thanks for having me.
So let's start by talking a little bit about what led you here. Tell us a little bit of the backstory in your early career success.
Well, yeah, I've had a really interesting career. I've been involved in manufacturing, design, technology, advertising, the medical space, and just a starter of different initiatives. My grandfather started a mannequin company in 1933 in Los Angeles. And I kind of grew up in that space. It was all about creativity. It was a family business, and I entered the family business after school. Was there about 10 years, ran it for the last, I guess about 3 years that I was there. Started running the company when I was 26, which was pretty interesting because I really didn't know much. Thought I knew a lot, but really didn't know much. And left the company after 10 years and been running other people's companies and starting my own company since then. They've all focused on a couple of things, user customization or customization for customers, whether it was in the dental space where I ran a company, or in visual merchandising, where, our job was to listen to our customers and be able to customize products, to fit their needs.
But
I guess over the last... Sorry, Patty?
Good. So let's go back for a second, though. In the early stages, when you were running the manufacturing, the mannequin business, that was sort of your early introduction to materials and coatings and things like that. Did that sort of lay the foundation for the kind of business that you're in today?
It was actually a pretty fun time because it was like being in a sandbox. Mannequins, the initial mannequin was actually sculpted out of clay, and I worked directly with paint companies and plastic developers on taking their materials and modifying them for our own needs. So, yeah, absolutely. To me, it was kind of like getting an MBA in manufacturing. So did create and develop a bit of an expertise in not only coatings, but finding new ways to use coatings, and fun because it was a family business, and most of the people in the factory were people that I grew up with. We were always looking for new ways to create healthier environments. We were actually the first company in California to use biodegradable packing material, and this is going back to probably 1988, so very early on.
And so that emphasis in terms of being healthier for you and making improvements in the kinds of materials that you work with actually started pretty early in your career.
Yeah, the discussion around environmental focus and sustainability really wasn't there. But we were always just trying to make it a better place for our employees. We're always trying to get them the best equipment that we possibly could, ensure that they were using the equipment properly, and where we could, try and get materials that were, high performance and really, really safe. And that's been sort of a theme throughout my entire career.
And so then you, I understand that you went and moved into another aspect of manufacturing where you got involved in customization. Tell us a little bit about the dental space that you moved into.
Yeah, it was funny. I was working with a private equity firm at the time, and this was in 2002, and they were looking at buying a bunch of companies in the dental space. I don't know if you remember, but Extreme Makeover had just started, and there was a big movement not only towards cosmetic dentistry, but also cosmetic surgery in general. And as it turns out, the firm ended up going in a different direction, and I happened to walk into a restaurant one day, and the owner of this one dental company, it's called Da Vinci Studios, was sitting there having lunch and said something nice to me and asked me if I wanted to come into his office and talk to him about running his company. I really didn't know anything about dentistry, but met with him, had a really, really good experience, and over a 2-year period of time, we developed a bunch of IP around how that you could develop high-performance, highly accurate dental restoration through their processes and through the integration of new technology. What was funny about that experience was we were also connected to a series of the cosmetic medical dental shows. You remember Extreme Makeover, and through that experience, it was rather unique because we were a dental lab and it was a medical device company, but we were connected to consumers at a really, really high level. Ended up being on 4 or 5 TV shows around the world, and so had this, fascinating experience connecting something that would be, highly industrial, highly manufacturing to how to make customers happy.
And so in that particular environment is where you were able to patent this individualized manufacturing process.
Exactly. It was so, it's very similar to what we did with Alex and Tay. The thought process was that you're getting digital data, in this case from a digital impression technology, and you're able to take that data and put it into a CAD/CAM design environment and be able to make whatever modifications that you'd like to make. And then through additive and subtractive technologies, a 3D printer or a milling machine, you're able to actually make these restorations in a prototype phase, try them on the patients, and then take new data, make modifications, and make a final restoration, which are pretty much the tenets of what we did with Alex and Tay.
And so isn't that interesting that you've taken that, all of these pieces from your life, those early years in the mannequin space, working with materials and clays and coatings and things like that, and then this digital experience and modifying, taking data and making modifications all those ideas turned into a company. Tell us how you take something from an idea to build an actual enterprise.
Well, HaloGood was founded in 2015, I guess. We were actually working with a firm out of New York on some environmental research, how to take things that were being recycled by consumers around the world and what to do with them, how to actually reprocess them into something of value. And through that experience, I met a gentleman who actually, funnily enough, I spoke to today, who had done some really fascinating things with post-consumer recycled glass. And he had come up with a method and a process to take that glass and replace a material called fly ash, which is a byproduct of coal furnaces, power plants, highly radioactive, really dirty. He was able to take something that goes into a landfill and turn it into a filler for concrete systems, and was able to actually create a stronger, more water-resistant concrete. And while we were talking, sort of in general, he was telling me about an experience he had with a major U.S. paint company taking the same material and putting it into house paint. And that it made the house paint stronger, more water-resistant, and easier to clean. And about 11 years ago, I had been talking with my wife and kind of laughing about the fact that when she and my daughter go into a nail salon, at some level they're sucking in the same fumes that you would in a body shop, not a body shop. And she kind of challenged me to see if I could figure this out and find a way to, make it better. We hired a couple of chemists at the time, partner and I, and we created a water-based nail system. We had some initial meetings with Sephora, had a couple of meetings with OPI as well as some meetings with Walmart. And, it was a great product. It just didn't perform as well as what was on the marketplace, and we all came to the conclusion that, the healthier thing is great, but if it doesn't perform, nobody's going to buy it. And, circle back, a very small light bulb went off in my head about 2 years ago, and this thought process around taking recycled glass and putting it into, potentially a water-based nail system might solve some problems that we had back then, and we were kind of on this path to, trying to figure out if we could, add any value, if we could put the right team together to be able to, come up with a product that anybody would care about, and that started us down this path. Relative to Alex and Tay, the next step for us is, so what does the market look like? And if we come out with a better-for-you nail polish, is anybody going to really care? And that became a rather long debate, because when you're wanting to be on the side of the angels to some extent, the thought process around, we'll do a healthier product, kind of build it and they will come. But we came to the conclusion that the world may not need another nail polish company. And so then it was, what can we offer that might be different and customers might like? And that experience that I had in the early 2000s around rapid prototyping and mass customization, we started to discuss that and try to figure out how we could, potentially build, a system that had, 4 component parts, a really interesting user interface that would be easy for people to use, the ability to actually take the information that customers really, came to the conclusion that this is what they want. And could we actually, manufacture that? How would we actually create a formula? Could we create a product that was going to be high performance enough that, people would want to use it? And then, how do you actually, very different than a gallon of paint at a Home Depot, but how do you actually scale, a business where you're making micro batches of product? And the average nail polish bottle has, 0.4, 0.5 ounces. And if you're going to mix these colors, you're looking at, drip dispersion rates of, 1/500th, 1/400th of an ounce. And that became a real interesting challenge. But that's what the component parts that we looked at. And, every day, every month, we moved the process forward till we were, able to make a commitment that actually this is something that A, we could do and pull off. B, we could make a quality product that was repeatable, and C, based upon our own internal testing focus groups that people would actually want to buy it.
And so, in summary, because in summary, what we're talking about is that you have launched now a nail brand that allows for consumers to interface with a simple app, snap a picture, you're taking data, and be able to use that data to manufacture coatings into customized nail color that allows consumers to have over 16 million different shades of color. Is that right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It takes about 20 seconds. It's a really fun app. It's really addictive. First part of it is like a little bit of a video game. It's been really fascinating to watch people play with it. And the second part of it, which we think is even more fascinating, is our customers get to name their product. So in one area you've got kind of a reactive experience of playing with your phone, and and it's an Instagram moment. Take a picture. You're going to put a filter on that picture. In this case, you're going to take a picture. We have a really cool little color picker, and then you get to adjust your color. But the fascinating thing is the creativity that people have shown us relative to, that name, what they want to name it. It's fascinating. 11 years ago, when we looked at the nail space, I had the privilege of meeting the folks at OPI, and, one of the things in our research that we found is, one of the main drivers of the nail polish business was the naming, the humorous, irreverent, emotional, fun names that Susie came up with, way back then, and so we thought it was an important part of our consumer offering.
And so you're at this point ready to roll. And so how do you transition from a concept to execution?
That's always the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the hard part because as an entrepreneur, when you come up with these ideas, and if you're creative and you have some experience, you always figure you can problem solve your way through it, and that's really challenging because sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. So you have to, the tenets of an ongoing business, whether you're making hamburgers or you're making dental restorations or you're making 16-point-something million colors of nail polish, the component parts to operate that business around operational execution and, financial wherewithal and good marketing and great customer service and creating a really, really positive customer experience. The transition from a conceptual, developmental organization and process to, we open the doors and now people, can actually buy this product is always a challenge. For us, I think the thing that's been really important is that we have taken our time. You're always going to make mistakes and nothing is perfect and that's just the reality of it. You have to accept that. For us, there's been a lot of counting to 10. We would have loved to have launched in early summer and we would have loved to have launched in late summer and, that's just the normal process. But at this point in our careers, it was really important that we had the right partners, both internal, our vendors and our financial partners. And that we took our time and, when we were hit with, issues and problems, which happen every day, we tried to solve them in the most thoughtful way we possibly could without panicking. And if we had to move something out, a day or two, we had to do that. So we're pretty comfortable with where we are right now to move from, concept to development to being alive. And we'll see what happens.
And I think that you mentioned an important point, and we love to tell this part of the story because the product we can talk about forever, and I know it's going to be exciting and all of that kind of stuff. But it's really the culture of innovation, and you mentioned it in terms of being thoughtful and really selecting your right partners. Are there other things that you think are important to building a culture of innovation?
Well, I think you have to be open to new ideas, and you have to be open to everyone's ideas. We have an amazing team of, 5 main folks. There is no kind of, there's a pride of ownership as a group. There's not a pride of ownership as an individual because the process to development is about a series of individuals who have different expertises, who have different experiences. My partner, Sean, is a chemist, Six Sigma, sustainability expert, global sustainability expert, and manufacturing guru. He's done some things around how we deal with color that, frankly, the experts that we talked to 2 years ago said we could never do, and it occurred. Our other partners, offer up the same kind of individual expertise, an intelligent point of view, and, we do our best on a daily basis to, identify what the problem is and then, from that collaborative effort, see how we can, solve that problem. It's not always a perfect science. I can be pretty grumpy, and I've been known to say I'm sorry more than once in a day. Stresses of a new business. But the process it's a process that's very aligned with art. From my perspective, it's how you try and make it just a Tuesday, solve the problem, and then next.
Right, exactly. All right, great. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about exactly what Alex and Tay is, why is it different, and dive in a little bit more and pull the curtain back on some of the manufacturing innovations. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Over here. Here's a secret for a virus-free computer. ESET. They've been a pioneer in the antivirus industry for over 25 years. 25 years of innovative, top-rated antivirus protection. ESET's award-winning security solutions provide a safe online experience for over 100 million home and business computer owners. They are so affordable, fast, and simple to use. So be gone, you blue screen of death. ESET's on my computer. If it's not on yours, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on ESET now.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the Internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com, and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Where positive people and radio unite. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. This is Patty Schmucker, and you're listening to RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net. We're here with the founder and CEO of Alex and Tay, the first customized nail color. And we're just excited to have you here with us, Paul. Paul, tell us a little bit more in detail about exactly what is Alex and Tay.
Well, Alex and Tay is about user-generated customization. That was, when we first got into this and started to look at beyond the fact that, we could potentially build a healthier, polished platform. It was really about finding a way that we could let our customers be the inspiration, our customers be the designer, and as opposed to being limited to the things that were either in a salon or in a retailer, that they would have the ability to take the component parts of their life, travel, children, fashion, and be able to use our app to identify colors that made them happy, to identify, and have an experience that made them happy, to be able to order a product on Monday and get it on Friday, and where that product was of the highest quality. So for us, it was really about trying to develop and create a customer experience that, at least from our perspective, was available in other marketplaces, not necessarily available in the marketplace that we chose, and would really create a breadth of opportunity for customers. Our first go-around here is around just color, but the ability to take down the road other additives and effects and integrate them into our system will give our customers, in our tally, it's somewhere between 90 and 103 million, product options, and it only takes about 25 seconds.
So go ahead. So you're mentioning about the whole idea that you keep saying this healthier for you. Talk to us a little bit about what that means when it comes to nail color.
Well, again, going from where at least I came from in the nail space, which was really on the developmental side a long time ago, we wanted to make sure, and again, our partners are all about, social impact. Our partners are all about sustainability. We've all invested time and run companies that were, in the environmental space to try and make the world a better place. It's really important to us. That's the core of our mission. Mm-hmm. And if we were going to do and create a nail polish system, we wanted to make sure that nail polish system would be as clean, the balance of as clean and healthier for you as it could be, or we call it better for you, but high performance and cost effective. If it balances too much on health and doesn't perform, nobody cares. If it's too healthy and it's too expensive, people won't buy it. And so it's trying to find a really better for you balance. Does that make sense?
Sure.
To where the polish is as high performance as we could make it, second to none, highest quality materials, but those materials, we've removed known carcinogens, we've removed any hormonal system disruptors, which is what we did. We had our products reviewed by the Cradle to Cradle Products Innovations Institute, which is a group up in Northern California, came out of the Cradle to Cradle methodology, William McDonough and Dr. Michael Braungart, and have one of the most extensive and accurate, frankly, data structures on the planet around toxicity. And our products have been reviewed. We were awarded a silver level certificate around health. And what it basically means is that the materials that we use in our products have all known carcinogens that have been removed, and it won't impact human reproductive or hormonal systems in any way. We've actually even created, beyond the polish, we've created an acetone replacement that has the same properties but works it's competitive to acetone, not only in performance but price.
And made 25% water. So very, very exciting to be able to see that. But going back to the Cradle to Cradle, if you want more information on that, you can go to AmericanMadeBeauty.com and learn about it. What I am most impressed with about that is that the silver level of material safety, and that it's a process by which you have committed to and that will lead for continuous improvement. So you've talked a little bit about the being healthier for you in terms of the ingredients. I personally have had a chance, of course, to try it and have discovered that it lasts 7 days or more. Very exciting to see that kind of performance out of a product that is, in fact, a little bit better for you. So let's talk a little bit about the manufacturing process. How do you do this? So somebody's got the app that they download now. It's now available. As of today, you can definitely go online as you're listening to the show and download the app. And then what happens? And how does that turn into an actual bottle of polish?
Well, customer goes through the app. They can either take a photograph of something wherever they are. Again, doesn't matter what they photograph. Doesn't even matter if it's in focus. Or they can pull a photograph from their library. Once the image is actually loaded into the app, you can pinch and stretch the image so that you can really focus down on the color area that you want to play with. With your finger, just tap the color, that's of interest to you, and keep tapping until you're happy. Once you're happy with that color, you go on to the next step, which allows you to adjust that color. It's that color swatch is about half the size of your iPhone or your mobile screen, and it allows you to adjust not only the brightness, but the amount of color, saturation, and also the temperature of the color. And then once you get to a color that, again, is what you want, you can hold that swatch up to the subject matter and make sure it actually is the color you want. Once you confirm that, you're allowed to name it. You have 21 characters plus emojis. Each label is manufactured uniquely for that bottle, and you're done. That information goes to our servers, where the digital data that we get from the phone is actually converted on the fly into one of 16-point-something million formulas, and that formula is delivered to our manufacturing hub, goes into our manufacturing system. And as I said, one of the key components of our system is the ability to use microdroplet technology to be able to control color and to be able to take the original digital data that we get and manufacture a polish that is highly accurate to that digital data. What you see is what you get.
And what you're talking about is being able to do that one bottle at a time. So you receive that formula, the label is printed, you order it on Monday, it goes out the door, and ideally you can have it by Friday. Mm-hmm. Great. All right, on that note, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about how we're taking this amazing new process of customization and connecting it to social impact. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Hi, thanks for staying with us. This is Patty Schmucker, and you're listening to RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net. I'm here with Paul Wolff, the founder and CEO of HaloGoods, which has brought to market their very first brand called Alex and Tay, which is customized nail polish. Truly customized beauty has finally launched in the marketplace. So, Paul, we've talked about what it is and the manufacturing process. Tell us a little bit about social impact. You've mentioned that several times throughout our interview. How are you using Alex and Tay to make a difference socially in the environment?
Well, the parent company, HaloGoods, was named that way for a reason. It was very important to all the founders that we find ways to, give something back. We all have our own relationships with social impact, not only initiatives, but organizations. And based upon how we sell to our customers, which for the most part is direct to consumer, we really felt that model gave us the ability to take a portion of each sale and be able to either partner with specific social impact groups or to allot those dollars towards social impact initiatives that we felt were really, really positive for the planet, for humanity. Alex and Tay, by the way, are my daughters. So there is a whole, emotional content to this brand. We have a relationship with a group called Bright Pink, and they are a ovarian and breast cancer organization focusing on young women and the prevention of both of those awful illnesses. And our program with them is the creation of a Bright Pink polish that will be sold not only through their networks, but also our networks, and a large portion of those sales goes to Bright Pink initiatives. Again, so it was just really, really important to us that if we were going to play in this space, and we have all of my partners have had the benefit of living on this planet and taking things from this planet, and we really felt it was important for us to find ways to give back, in some ways very simple ways, and in some ways not such simple ways. But it's a mission and mandate of our company.
And it's interesting as I look at and began studying more and more about the brand, that social impact is about being able to give back, and you mentioned in not so simple ways and in simple ways. And one of them is this power of color and the naming and sort of the empowerment and the emotional aspect that this new revolution in beauty provides. Tell us how you've been seeing in your focus groups and as you're bringing the brand to market. How is the playing with the colors and playing with the names? How have you seen that play out with young women and even older women?
Well, it's people like to have a good time. Number one, consumers in general. I think, one of the issues that retail is having in general is that it's not really an enjoyable experience. And I think with the evolving nature of mobile and how mobile is just it's an inherent part of our daily lives through the evening. People are really connected to their phones. We felt that, again, that if we were going to do this, that the experience that you can have at retail, for the most part. You can certainly go there. You can buy what you want to buy. I grew up in retail, and frankly, the things that are going on in retail are really troubling to me. But for us, it was about an immediate gratification experience, a really fun experience. And what we found in our research, and not only research, but watching people play with our product, was the concept of color is a very personal thing. In some cases, it's connected emotionally. We've had a customer who ordered a blue polish because this was the color of her baby's eyes, and it was something that she wanted to remember. We've had people order the polish based upon taking a picture of a flower that they liked while they were on a walk, or taking a picture of a shoe because they wanted something simple as a fashion accessory. Color is a completely independent and personal component. Again, the thing that we thought was fun about this is our customers or the designers, they get to have what they want. Relative to the naming, it's just an extension of that experience. It allows people to have fun with the product. Polish is fun. Our customers have fun with it. The fact that it works really well is such a benefit to us and makes us really, really happy. but they have a really good time with the product, getting through the creative process. And then when they get the product, it's a great surprise because the color looks great and polish is amazing. And, what they were thinking about when they used the app, what they were thinking about when they were curating their own color and curating their own name, in a really, really short period of time, physically, comes to their homes.
And so, this whole concept of beauty that's soul deep, the idea that you are connecting with an organization like Bright Pink, which is designed to help educate young women to prevent breast and ovarian cancer, and giving people that power to be able to design their colors and connect it to the experiences in their lives. It is that kind of thing that connects that beauty experience to the soul. I also know that you're doing some things with influencers and allowing influencers to interact with the brand, perhaps very different than other beauty brands are, and also tying to the organizations that they're preferring. Tell us a little bit about that marketing through influencers.
Well, our thought around all these organizations and influencer channels and social channels was to us they represent different networks. In some cases, they're networks based upon demographics, and different demographics. In some cases, they overlap. Bright Pink has a network of people who support them. And then the influencers that we're working with, and hopeful influencers that we'll work with in the future, they have their own following network. And again, it just allows for the introduction of this this capability. It's not too often that we get to be our own designers. Obviously, if you're going to design your own house, you get the ability to do that. You want to choose paint for your room. You get the ability to do that. But relative to fashion and in many instances beauty, that is an arm's length. You're purchasing, what's out in the marketplace. And we just thought it would be really, really fun to look at the market a little differently. Look at an NGO or an organization like Bright Pink or a women's organization or an influencer or a blogger. As interesting networks to introduce this technology through, and just kind of see what happens. In some cases we found that it just has gone through in a very viral way into these networks, and in some cases it didn't. No different than any other product. But we're really fascinated with social channels and social influencers, and again this mixture of a direct-to-consumer in our world, the professional, which is an important part of our business model, and these organizations, that do good. Those are kind of our three tenets.
And as we wrap up this segment, it's fun to be part of this as well. And I'm having the great opportunity to play with this brand and this team, and being able to take and connect those things that are important to me, not only in terms of the experience of color, but to benefit different organizations that are important to me. It really does build more loyalty and creates that fun that you were talking about. So congratulations in really sort of thinking about this and disruption and more than just the product that you're bringing to market.
I appreciate that. Thanks. Everybody's worked really, really hard.
All right, so we're going to take a final break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the business aspect, and if you're in the professional market, how you can get involved. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
Oh, man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
Hey, welcome back. This is Patty Schmucker, and you're listening to RadioAMB on HealthyLife.net. I'm here with the founder and CEO of HaloGood, who has brought their first brand to market called Alex and Tay. It's customized nail polish, and we've been talking throughout the show about the manufacturing process, what makes the brand unique, and in this segment we're going to talk a little bit more and direct our attention towards the beauty professional industry, where typically nail polish is released through the beauty industry, looking at the manicurist and looking at people in the industry that are going to be doing manicures and pedicures in the salon. Tell us a little bit about how you see this working in a traditional professional model, Paul.
Well, it's really interesting because I happen to be in a beauty supply store, a really nice beauty supply store today, and I go in to see what other people are doing, see what's going on in the marketplace, how people are merchandising things, what kind of communication that they're doing, and it's really good learning. The fascinating thing to me was how much dust there was on the nail polish bottles, which means they've been sitting there a long time. One of our prime channels was the professional channel, and we think the value for them is a little different from the consumer. But if you go into nail salon, and there's in most cities, I live in Los Angeles, but there's a nail salon on every street, and they all pretty much have the same polish and polish colors. We felt for the right for the right salon, because of the way our technology works, because there's no setup fees and you can just use our app to really create your own line of polish, we thought that was an interesting potential initiative for the professional, where a portion of their color palette that they have in their store, or a large portion of that color palette, could be their own line of color. Not just their own line of color, but also their own naming, to give them something different to sell. But the fascinating thing about the model, at least for us, was that represents one portion of the potential revenue. So they can reduce potentially the amount of inventory stock that they have in their stores, and the way that we track customer trending and activities through promo codes and URL tracking, we have the ability to give that salon credit for any bottle of nail polish that's purchased from any of their customers just by way of that initial promo code.
And so let me stop you there, Paul. So what you're saying is that a salon, basically they can go in, they can make their own selection of colors, obviously name it, be able to utilize it because it is a professional product in terms of performance, utilize it in services. maybe even have a few bottles, but they could have none if they wanted to for retail, but they could have a few bottles to retail to the customer and buy it in a normal, professional manner. But then they offer the app with a special code to their customers, where their customers can also make their own custom polish. Is that what you're saying?
You put that so much better than I did.
That's sort of my job.
I know. There's a whole tangled web going on.
And so the benefit here for the professional is that you're getting the best of both worlds. You're able to customize and create all of these various different shades, your own individual range. So you're now in a salon where you've got fuchsia and whatever is your palette, and you can have your own range of colors that you can change as often as you want, and be able to still have the ability for customers to customize their own colors as well.
And bring their polish in, with their own colors. But the important thing is the salon gets credited for that customer literally forever.
Mm-hmm.
Any purchase that customer makes of any Alex and Tay products credited back to that salon.
And you know what I think is another fun part of this too is that now it becomes something that within the salon you've got another community activity. So you can maybe create some contest around hey, guess what so and so did in terms of their colors and what colors they've created and what colors they've named it. And rather than have this big wall of bottles of polish, you maybe have a wall where your individual clients have put their their swatch of their color and what their name is, and it becomes a thing that the group can dialogue about. I just see a whole bunch of fun happening around this in the salon environment.
Well, you could even have a little cubby situation where customers leave their polish there and use it only when they come into the salon, but it's theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then when you're having that situation, you're also tell us a little bit about how that connects back then to some of the social activities that are going on with the social impact.
Again, every sale that happens within Alex and Tay, whether it is through somebody like Bright Pink or just a general customer, we donate a portion of that sale to a social impact initiative. We have the same ability with salons or groups of salons. There's been disasters that have hit the country over the last X amount of months in Houston and Puerto Rico, and our ability to be able to support that salon owner, to support initiatives that are important to them, whether they're associated with health or they're associated with natural disasters or really anything. That's why this whole model was built. That's why we built the technology the way we built the technology, so that we could be very flexible in how we worked with different customers, that we could create a frictionless opportunity for them to engage the technology platform and, without any kind of setup fees, or minimums or any of that stuff. They could run the business the way they wanted to run their business, within the confines of this really simple online ordering tool.
So right now we're airing this program, and we're at the end of November 2017. If you're listening to this show, we're in the company. Tell us a little bit about the launch and how somebody can get the app and start getting involved with Alex and Tay.
Well, we'd love you to come to the website and see what we're doing. It's alexandtay.com, ALEXANDTAY. You can go to the iTunes store or any of the Android storefronts, and you'll be able to download the app. Again, it's Alex and Tay. You can visit us on our social channels, Alex and Tay Beauty on Instagram and Alex and Tay on Facebook, and others that'll be popping up in the next couple of weeks. You can certainly work with us to support Bright Pink. Visit the brightpink.org website. Our program with Bright Pink launches on the 30th of November. Goes through the holiday season, and we'll have a year-round series of programs with them. We think that they are an important organization for us to support, and I think that's about it.
And last resort, you can come to American Made Beauty and find it there. So
I would start there. That's just me.
Paul, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to share with us this wonderful innovation, and would love to have you. I know we're going to do a 3-part series and have some of the rest of your team on to tell the other aspects of the story in the few upcoming weeks. So thanks again for being here with us.
Anytime, Patty. Thank you.
So next week, don't miss our show. You'll be here to hear about a beauty company that's using makeup to pay down the national debt. I'm Patty Schmucker. Thank you for listening to Radio AMB, where we think pretty is pretty important in all things in beauty.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call earthchannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Obstacle racing. You know you want to try it. Well, try Reebok's Spartan Race, the global leader in obstacle racing. With 4 different race levels, their goal is to get you up off the couch and throw you into the mud and on the trails to give you the adrenaline rush of your life. Obstacle courses are designed to test your resilience, strength, stamina, quick decision-making skills, and give you the ability to laugh in the face of adversity. Visit HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on Spartan Race.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.